I'm here with Zevo, the creator of Zevo the Stickman, the popular Scratch animation, and a longtime Scratcher. What a great opportunity to meet you, sir. Good day.
Yeah, good to meet you too. So yeah, I'm Zac Scandura. I created the here's a McDonald's receipt. I created the Zevo the Stickman, and also the webcomic King Zavon. But yeah, it's an honor to be here.
Well,
I think
great.
it's a really cool thing that you're doing.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's so rare for me to actually talk to a real life Scratcher and hear their real name and see their real face. How do you feel about kind of breaking through this privacy veil that's over Scratch generally?
I mean, I've always I've never really been opposed to like showing my face or anything. Like in the Scratch projects, I'll have a drawing of me, a guy that's supposed to represent me.
I'm Zach. Though you may know me better as the creator of Zevo the Stickman.
And have me talk about like the series and stuff. I did that when for like my Q&A project that's coming up for my art contest, and when I introduced ZTS Productions, which is like a sort of ZTS. It's basically like a little community that of just me and other Scratchers who help each other on projects and such.
Tell us a little bit more about you. So you're going to Cornell University. You're studying.
Yeah, I am studying art at Cornell University. I'm mostly a comic artist. I've been spending the better part of a year working on a manga called Traveler's Mountain, and it's 40 pages long. I've sketched 39 pages of it. I have one more to go.
Oh, wow.
And then I have to ink it, but it's definitely, outside of Scratch, I like making Zevo very much like a kid's show. Outside of Scratch, I like doing stuff that's a bit more oriented towards teens. Just because I like doing stuff that has a little bit more mature in theming. Not that there's anything wrong with kids shows. I mean, kids shows can be brilliant, but
really, what you've done is very much like a children's program.
This is mine.
Thanks. I could not do any of that alone. There are many people who have helped me. Voice actors for the characters Josh and Jessica, Potato Animator and Potato Bear 616, as well as the background artists for the robot and some other projects, Mirrors Are Liars and Burnt Potato Arts, and with the new background artists. Snoopy Woodstock 13, she's known as Vi though, and Purple Beanie. I couldn't do any of what I do alone. These people are, they're the reason that I'm able to keep going and making, fun stories.
Right. So you've rattled off just like 8 or 9 names there, right? How many people does it take to put a story like the robot story, for example, which I just watched the other day that I really enjoyed? The super long content. It was about 10, 15 minutes long, right? Or how long?
It was 8 minutes.
I am a robot.
Wow, that's so cool. Do you want to hang out?
Beep bop boop.
After that though, I got all of the members of ZTS together and we made 10 years of Randomness, which was to celebrate the 10th anniversary of my Scratch account, and that project is about 17 minutes long.
Wow.
But it was so big, I had to split it up into 2, and people still couldn't load it. So unfortunately, despite it will forever be my favorite project that has ever been made. It's just not. It's not ever going to be popular, probably. But
wow. So how many people were involved in that one project then?
19 other people besides me.
9. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was mostly ZTS members, but I also had some friends. The famous Scratchers, Dilly, and a personal friend of mine, B-Shroom, or also like people who I've admired for years and have become very close friends of mine, Astro947 and Wazo TV. Too.
Right. So let's rewind before we get into that stuff and just talk about you getting into Scratch in the first place. So set the scene for me here. You're 10 years old.
I was 9, almost 9. 10. Okay. It was like the summer in between 3rd and 4th grade. My school had also like summer programs there, and one of them was to make your own video games. And my mom signed me up. She was like, "Oh, this guy, this son of mine, he likes this Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's let's sign him up for this video game camp." And the program they used was Scratch.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I found out quickly how terrible I am at making video games. But you know, I went on the website still, and back then Scratch was like a program you had to download, and then you would upload the projects to the website.
Right.
So if you were also to remix something, you'd have to download the projects and put them in the editor.
Right. And so you had to actually download a standalone Windows app or whatever, right? Yeah. This was Scratch 1.0 or
1.4.
1.4. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, through that, then I discovered, a lot of people think I immediately just discovered Astro 947 and my life was over. But it was a couple things. The Zevo character actually came from me remixing a project from Sprite Master and thinking that I was supposed to put my hair on his Stickman. So I did that, and then that was the start of Zevo.
Hi, Zevo. Lad, you know that my name is Zevo, not Zevo. Suit yourself, Zevo. Hey, Zevo, what's up?
I was able to find the Scratcher Astro 947.
Drop it.
Astro 947, who was like during the early days of Scratch, he was like what Wazo TV is now, or Sharky Shar, or I mean probably actually Griff Patch, even though he wasn't a game maker, like he was by far the most popular person on the website, and I loved the things he made, and then it created like I was very inspired. I made comics of Zevo in my class as well as like some projects. Yeah, and then I just started the story of three stickmen, stick people, Zevo and his twin brother Josh and their older sister Jessica, and I'm still making stories.
Tell me a little bit about the stories that you want to make in the future. You don't have to give any plot points away, but
all right, yeah, I won't give anything too significant away because I'm not going to spoil my audience. I am planning to making somewhat of a sequel to the robot, not like a direct, but like what happens next. At the end of the robot, they all go to jail.
Well, all's well that ends well, right?
The town is destroyed.
My robot is destroyed.
There they are!
And I was going to make like basically them going to trial for it.
Okay, so that's now canonical that they're in jail. There's gonna be consequences. Okay.
And then after that project ends, then I'm going to get into the more story-based things. I'm going to do like the origin story for them, which I teased a little bit here and there, most notably at the end of 10 Years of Randomness. And then after that, I'm gonna get into like the big final showdown with everyone, which that'll be fun. And then I guess I'll be done, unless if I have some ideas for some bonus projects along the way. Because bonus projects are always the ZTS bonus stuff. Those are never like part of the main continuity. They're always just like fun little side projects that I just think people would enjoy.
Right. So you do see a future where you're done telling the story of Zevo and moving on to other things?
Definitely. I mean, like what I want to be for a living. I can't say when I grow up anymore because now I'm 20. I want to make comics. Manga more specifically. Right. And I've been working on that stuff. And obviously, Zevo has been a bit of a distraction to that. But I also think Zevo is a good way of helping me like stick to a long-term story that I care about.
Right.
It's helping me like teach me the responsibility that brings, even if it's just something on a children's coding website.
Right. Every kid I meet wants to be famous, to be a famous scratcher, to have thousands and thousands of followers, and most of them don't have a clue how to get there. I talk to kids every day who have 10 or 15 followers and just want their stuff to be seen, and they publish stuff, and it never really gets noticed. Any advice or suggestions you can give to get a higher profile?
Make Scratch projects in early 2020. Nah. I mean, for me, the main reason I was able to get so big is just because if I'm being honest, it's just because I was friends with the bigger scratchers. But I think it's also just, I think popularity isn't as what matters the most. Just make what you're passionate about. You know, Scratch allows you to make any kind of art you love. Music, animation, you can just post your art, you can make games. That's part of the reason I love Scratch so much, is that every kind of art is on there.
Right.
And, you know, just try to find what you love to make and keep making it. And, you know, eventually people will see, you know, how you improve, how much they like the things you're making. And over time, you know, if you make more and more things, more and more people are going to see them.
Right. And that's the connection kids have trouble making sometimes. They want to start making stuff right away, and they wonder why it's not famous, and they don't see the sweat that goes into making something 1,000 times, and the 1,000th time it being something amazing that people want to see, right? So it's all about your the passion and energy that you put into it, rather than the chasing after fame, right? That's
Definitely. I think another thing I would say is that you should definitely take inspiration from people that you like, but don't try to replicate their magic. Try to create your own magic, because everyone has certain abilities that are unique to them, especially in terms of creating things. And with that, try to find what you're great at. For me, I am good with characters, and you can clearly sell what's the characters being the main focus of Zevo. Some people might be great at, you know, shorter stories with like new casts and all that, or just game making in certain kinds of games. Always try to find your magic, because everyone has their own magic.
All right, well, Zac, it's been really lovely chatting with you, and hoping to connect with even more scratchers in the future. It's such a fascinating community, and so I'm looking forward to meeting more of you guys in the future. Well, good luck in your studies, and good luck with your manga, which is almost done. Nice meeting you.
Hopefully.
Yeah. All right, so this has been Zevo, the famous Scratch animator, a.k.a. Zac. I just learned your last name today. It was Zac?
Zac Scandura.
Zac Scandura. Pleasure to meet you, Zac. Bye now.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This is an honor. If you ever want me to come back, I would love to.
We might do a panel or something sometime. That might be really fun.
That could be very fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's work on it. This has been an excerpt from the Chromeworks Technology live stream. For more Scratch tips, tutorials, game reviews, and interviews, subscribe to this channel and make sure to tune in to our weekly live show, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube.